Hi, it's KrisBlueNZ here. It is the 7th of February 2012 and I'm responding to the accents tag video where you read a list of words and answer some questions to demonstrate your accent. I'm not sure if this was intended to be for non-Americans to do, but I'm going to have a go at it anyway, just for shits and giggles, as they say. I'm a New Zealander. My parents were both New Zealanders, but their accents were influenced by the English accent. So I'm probably not exactly an average New Zealander, but pretty close as far as accents go. So I need to read to you a list of words: aunt, roof, route. New Zealanders don't ever say route; it's route over here. Wash, oil, theatre, iron, salmon, caramel. New Zealanders don't say caramel, that sounds pretty weird to me. Fire, water, shore, data, not data. I think some people do say data, but generally it's data in New Zealand, I think. ruin, crayon, New Orleans. I know that's not how New Orleans people pronounce it, but whatever. Pecan, both, again. Some people say again. I just say again for some reason, no obvious reason. Probably, you've got to pronounce both B's in that word. Probably. Spitting image. Avenue. Alabama. Lawyer. Coupon. Mayonnaise. Syrup. Pajamas. Court. Naturally. Aluminium. Envelope. Not envelope. Some New Zealanders say envelope, but I don't. Now there's some questions I need to answer. What's it called when you throw toilet paper on a house? I don't know of any specific word for that. The bug that when you touch it curls into a ball, again, I don't know what that bug is. I don't know, we probably have them here, but I've never seen one, so I don't know what they're called. Carbonated drink, I call that fizzy drink. Most people in New Zealand call it a fizzy drink. Obviously you can use the trade name like Coke or whatever, or lemonade if it's a fizzy lemon flavoured drink. Lemonade in New Zealand doesn't mean it means specifically fizzy lemon drink, not just a drink made out of lemon. But fizzy drink is the main thing we call it. Gym shoes, I guess you're after the word sneakers. That's what I would wear to the gym. What do you say to address a group of people? I'll just say hello, but if you mean how are you guys or something like that, how are you, how's everybody, something like that. We don't say y'all in New Zealand, that's an Americanism. The kind of spider-like creature with long legs, daddy long legs, I guess is what you're after there. I don't know if it's a spider. I think it's a spider. I don't think it's an insect. With extremely long, thin legs, and it just sort of sits there and sways around on these great long legs. We call that a daddy long legs. What do you call your grandparents? My father's parents, I called them Nana and Pop, but that's probably not a typical names in New Zealand. And my mother's mother, I called her Nan, but the general words will be grandpa, grandma, or granddad, or grand sometimes for the grandmother. Granddad would be the main one, I suppose. Granddad and grandma. The wheeled contraption that you take groceries in at the supermarket, we call that a trolley in New Zealand, not a cart. Don't know why. What do you call it when rain falls when the sun is shining? That's a sun shower. What is the thing you change the TV channel with? That's a remote. The proper name is remote control, but people generally call it just a remote. And following on from that, I find this business of accents quite interesting, and I thought if you're interested, I'll explain to you some of the differences, major differences between the New Zealand accent and the Australian accent, because I know a lot of people think they're pretty similar, and they are pretty similar, but there are some easy ways to tell them apart. There are three major ones that I have noticed. The first one is the I should mention that both of us, both New Zealanders and Australians, and most places in England, we don't pronounce the final R. So a word like colour, blue's my favourite colour, we pronounce it as if it ends in UH instead of R, colour. No, Americans and the Irish, I believe, pronounce colour, which is, I like the idea of doing that, but unfortunately we don't. Differences between New Zealand and Australian accents is the short I, like in a word like this, THIS, we pronounce it this, which is kind of a dull sound, I guess. Australians pronounce it this, so there's kind of that's the middle of the tongue is pushed forwards further, I think, with the Aussies, so it becomes almost like these, THEESE, but the E sound is very short. So instead of being this, it's this. It's like the I, the short I in the word machine. Even New Zealanders and English will pronounce that I as an E sound, like the Aussies do, but the Aussies do it with all the short I sound. Excuse me. The second difference is the E sound, like in the word these, THEESE. Some Australians, especially in the cities, I think, they tend to shift that from E, like these, to almost like an E, so it's like these. It's kind of almost sounds like a Yogi Bear or a hillbilly accent, I think, maybe. And I think that may be because of the first change that I mentioned, because they pronounce this, THIS, as this, so it almost sounds like these, so they change these to these. It sounds pretty funny to me, but also to many Aussies it's just normal, I guess. And the third major difference is the OOL sound, like swimming pool. Australians pronounce it as pool. It's hard to describe exactly. I can't really describe what the difference is, but you can hear it, pool. So Aussies might say, "Oh, you tool, you pushed me in the pool, you fool," whereas in New Zealand it's all, school, fool, tool, pool. That's all I had to say, really. It's interesting to be tagged. Well, I wasn't actually tagged in this video, but it's an interesting idea. I'm pretty interested in accents, and I hope this has been of some interest and edification to you. KrisBlueNZ.